Today I'm going to be interviewing another super successful internet marketer. This is the guy that first got my attention several years ago on the existence of internet marketing industry. He has sold in excess of $5 million worth of products online, and I'm very excited to be speaking with him today. This is your host, Manny Amari, aka the Foulmouth Marketer, and allow me to introduce today's guest, who goes by the name of Jani G, aka G Money. Jani is the CEO and co-founder of Jani G Voyage and is a product launch expert. He really knows what he's doing when it comes to going from product idea to fully fledged launch phase. So without further ado, let's get this going. Jani, it's great to have you on this call. Welcome, bro.
Hey, what's going on? It's good to be here.
So could you give us a brief overview of who you are and how you got started with your entrepreneur journey online, please, Jani?
Alright, so basically I started about 7 years ago now. I'm 28 now. Well, when I was 20, so it's been 8 years almost, when I was at university. And I was in second year of university, and basically I was selling stuff. No, actually, I started before university when I was in college, before I even got to uni. So basically what I used to do is I used to sell stuff on eBay, and I used to basically buy handbags from the eBay China website in China, and then I used to sell it on the eBay in UK, and basically I used to be like middleman, and this is like, before before like a lot of people were doing this kind of stuff, I think. And then so basically then I got found out that I was doing that by eBay, and then they shut my account down because I was actually listing the same listing that that person was listing in China, but I put the same listing on the UK site, and then basically I won that auction and I got him to send it to the buyer of my one. So I was like a middleman, and anyway, they shut my account down. And then I realized, this is cool. Basically, like, you can make money on the internet just by selling stuff. So then I started to look around, and I found out that you can sell like digital products, informational products online. You don't have to sell physical stuff. So then I started like getting into the whole affiliate marketing arena, and then I realized that you can sell ebooks. So then I started creating ebooks and selling them on eBay as well. And then I started becoming an affiliate, and then I was doing that. I was doing a lot of different various little small things like selling ebooks and trying out all these different things, buying products as everyone else does, and wasting loads of money and stuff like that. And then that went on for like, let's say, 2 years. Basically, I used to jump from different thing to different thing, and I used to make like a little bit of money, like a few hundred a week maybe. And then after that, what happened? And then probably about 2 years after that, that's when I actually launched my first actual product. Because what I'd done is I'm jumping ahead of myself. Actually, after wasting 2 years not doing anything, jumping from different idea to different program and products and MLMs and all this kind of stuff. What I then done is I was in a Warrior forum a lot, and then someone was launching a product. A guy called George Brown. You probably heard of him, right?
Yeah, George Brown, Google Sniper.
Yeah. So this is before George launched Google Sniper. So then I spoke to George in Warrior forum and through Skype, and then I was like, hey, you're launching this Google Sniper product. How about I interview you, and then I give away that interview in a Warrior forum for free, and then I can build a small list in a Warrior forum, and then when you launch, I can promote. I can promote your product to them. And then basically what happened is that turned out to do really well, and it was a method that I came up with myself. So basically I interviewed him, gave it away in a Warrior forum, and I started to build a small list in the Warrior forum, targeted list that's targeted to his product, right? And then when he launched, and bear in mind at this moment in time I had zero list. I didn't have any list, so I built a list from there of a few hundred people. And then when he launched, basically in the first 24 hours, I made like, I think it was about $5,000 in commissions, right? $5,000 in commissions on ClickBank just by just by building a small list on a Warrior forum, which I built by giving away the interview I'd done with George. Okay, and then when he launched, I gave away loads of bonuses to that list, and I was the #1 or #2 affiliate for that launch in the first 24, 48 hours, above people like, you know, Mike Filsame, like all these big names that were promoting his product. And I was like, you know, I was absolutely nobody, and I was like, wow, this is something that, wow, this actually worked, you know. So in 24 hours, I made $5,000, which was crazy. And then, so that was my first like break, right? That was my first taste of this, whatever. And then basically after that, what happened is I thought, you know what, this worked. Now I'm gonna create my own product about this, about how I've done this, right? So then I could release the product in December 2009, called Tri-Affiliate Payday. Okay, and if you Google it, whoever's watching it, you could probably find that, right? So I done an actual launch called Tri-Affiliate Payday, December 2009, and then basically, and in that launch, it wasn't my first ever launch, because before that I had little ebooks that I had mentioned just now that I used to create and release. This was, but this was not like a launch. They weren't launches. So I actually done a launch with JV partners and affiliates and stuff like that. And before I go to the launch day, you know, from the launch up until launch day, like a lot of crazy stuff happened. Obviously, the first time you do a product launch, it's like, you know, sometimes you know, things go wrong, right?
Things go wrong, yeah.
So what happened is, at that period, it was still, you know, I made a bit of money from promoting George Brown's product. So then there was this event that came up in America, right? It was Matt Basak. You heard of Matt Basak. Actually, he's coming,
Matt Basak. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's coming over to Singapore here in a few days. I'm going to meet up with him. He's speaking at the event, so that's quite cool. So really anyway, cool, yeah. Matt Basak put on this event. It was called Survival Tactics for Tough Times 2, and it was Matt Basak and Mark Joyner. And basically, I was like, you know what, let me go to this event and network with JVs, and maybe I can get a lot of people to promote my product for me, right?
Yeah.
Because my product was launching like 3 days after that event. So I went to Atlanta, ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, and basically so I went to that event, and I went on my own, and I met up with some people there, and I actually shared a room with 2 other guys, 2 other marketers, and I actually slept on the floor, because I didn't even have that much money. Actually, I had a bit of money, but I was in a position where I didn't want to waste money on hotel rooms and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So I basically slept, and this is stuff that people probably don't even know, right? I basically slept on the floor and shared a room with with these other 2 marketers, and then basically for 2 days, I basically actually, I'm giving away too much information here, but it doesn't matter.
Keep it going, John. We love this information. Keep it going.
And yeah, so basically, I basically spent 2 to 3 days networking, and this was like the first, you know, stage of when I started to make like loads of connections. Because when you go to these events, you meet loads of people, right? And you meet like really big, you know, marketers that you can network with and know, and people that you would otherwise not meet in, you know, if you were to just like email certain people online, they wouldn't know you. Anyway, so I made a lot of connections there and contacts, and then from there, a lot of these people that I met, they promoted my launch, which was in a few days' time, which was really cool. Because when I met people, they're like, oh, hey, you know, what do you do? What are you up to now? I'm like, hey, you know, I got this product that's releasing in a few days. But I didn't just say like, oh, can you promote it? Like that's one tip. If you have a product, never ask someone to promote like blatantly. Always like break the ice and become, you know, build a relationship with them first before you ask them. And most of the time, they will just offer to promote a product for you anyway. If you're like, so if you're someone new, for example, right, and you've got a product, if you meet a JV partner, don't make your intention to get them to promote your product. You want to like just become like friends, or you know, just make the JV thing like a second, you know. And then eventually, then they'll promote it anyway, because they'll see you as someone who they think's a cool guy, and they'll be, oh, you know, this guy's cool, I'll promote his product. Anyway, so that's what I done. I just met people and we had dinner and lunch with loads of different people. And then I basically ended up getting a lot of people to promote my product, Tri-Affiliate Payday. And then after that, went back to England, and this was another crazy thing because I booked a trip to Singapore, right, to come back here to visit some family and stuff. And basically, I flew out on the day before my launch, right? And my product launched, and then the product was launching the day that I landed in Singapore.
Wow.
So what was crazy is that product, it wasn't totally ready. So I had to basically, I was writing the sales copy while I was on the airplane. And then basically we launched like 3 hours after I landed in Singapore. Wow. So I landed, I landed, and I had to put the sales page up, and then we launched 3 hours later. So it was crazy, man. Anyway, basically, to cut a long story short, and not to waste everyone's time, that product was my first six-figure launch and made like $100,000 in the first 2 weeks or whatever.
Wow.
In gross sales, obviously. So
yeah.
So that was quite cool, man. So that was basically my break, how I got into the whole internet marketing JV scene, and then basically after that, and then obviously I built a list from that, and then from there, then it just snowballs. And from there, then I released another product a few months later. The other product that I released, it didn't do that well. I'm not sure why. Sometimes stuff doesn't go well. And then basically, I just kept. Then from there, I just focused on building my internet marketing list, and releasing more products in the internet marketing niche, as well as building lists in other niche like health and fitness and stuff, and basically doing affiliate marketing. And then basically, I've just been doing the same thing.
Okay.
As part of my business, doing that since 2009. That's like 4 years now. But before that, I was doing other stuff. So basically, for 4 years, I've been releasing my own products as one of the main models in my business. I've got other stuff that I do, like in other niches. That's in internet marketing, and I have some offline stuff going on as well. To do with land, whatever. But that's like obviously non-related. So that's basically how I got started.
Wow. That's a very inspiring story. Could I ask, do you think, that launch for Tri-Affiliate Payday would have been successful if you didn't go to the JV event?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. It's weird. It's like everything happened. It seemed like everything that happened at that point in time was happening for a reason. It's like the event that I went to, I even found out about it by accident. I didn't even know about it because I found out about it. I forgot where it was, but I just saw it somewhere, and then I just went to it. It was crazy. So I don't know, if I didn't go to that event, I'm not sure, I wouldn't have had the same amount of people promote it, but it would have still made money because I still had affiliates that I recruited in JVs without going to that event. But and because like the JV that promoted it, that was that made the most sales, was George Brown anyway.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. George Brown was like #1 JV, and then there was the others. I forgot who they were. But yeah, it probably would have done maybe a little less, but.
So the first JV that you managed to successfully recruit was someone that you made sales for, basically, and promoted the first time.
Yeah.
So we can all agree the quickest way to get a JV's attention, right, is to promote some of their products and make a few sales. Because then obviously you put yourself right in front of them. Would you agree that that's the quickest way to get in front of a JV?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, because if someone made sales, like for example, my last product that I launched, there was like quite a few JVs that I didn't know who they were that promoted my product and made like some good sales and were like in the top 10 and top 20. So if they have a product that's launching, I'm going to promote it for them because they made sales for me. So yeah, the quickest way, if you have a product and you want to get JVs to promote it, would be to get for you to promote their product and make sales for them.
Okay.
But then obviously, if someone's new, they wouldn't know how to do that because they wouldn't be able to get traffic. So you need to then find out how to get traffic and make sales for other people.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty much that's really good info. Really, really good info. Most people don't really give off that kind of info whenever you're looking for, how to recruit JVs. So that's a really good tip there. Looking back at your breakthrough online, right? What do you think is the single most the main block that stops people from actually going from making zero money to actually making something online? What do you think? With your experiences and being, on stage and being to many events, what do you think is the single average equation that kind of like you see between a lot of people that break through basically that barrier?
Yeah. Actually, I always think about this because there's people I know that have started internet marketing right at the same time as me, who I used to speak to on Facebook, or I don't know if Facebook was around then, just who I used to speak to online, right? Who started at the same time as me, and then some of them are still right now are still haven't seen much success, and it's like I wonder why, and I think it's because basically they just don't. There's two things: probably not knowing the right information and not learning enough. But if they have learned enough, it's just basically not taking as massive action. It's basically not taking action and actually making it happen. Because basically you can learn everything and know everything, but unless you actually do it, then it's not going to happen. And then if you do, and then sometimes they might try something, and then it might not work, and then they'll just give up. So it's basically it's easy. You just have to do it and not give up, and then just keep going. I know, and a lot of people say it, but you just have to sit down and just try a lot of different stuff. Like for example, here's an example. Yesterday, right? Yesterday I bought not yesterday. Well, recently I bought some traffic, right? I bought a solo ad.
Okay.
Okay. So it cost me $1,300 for the solo ad.
All right. How big was the clicker? Do you mind me asking, just so the viewers know roughly?
It was for 2,000 clicks, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I was guaranteed 2,000 clicks. So basically, what I've done is I sent that. I've never done a solo ad with this person before. I thought, so let me just test it out. So the first thing is I'm taking a risk, and which is what people need to do is take a risk.
Take a risk, okay.
So then secondly, I thought, where do I send this traffic to? The opt-in page or directly to the product I was promoting? And the product I sent it to was not my own product. It was as an affiliate to another product, because there was some launch that's going on right now that I wanted to make more sales for, because my list has already had enough of it, because I've been promoting it to my list a lot. So I wanted to buy traffic from someone else's list. So anyway, so I basically took that risk, and basically within 24 hours, that $1,300 solo ad has generated over $2,000. So I'm already in profit, and I've already made almost twice as much as the solo ad cost. And I built a list at the same time, because I sent that traffic to an opt-in page, which got me 1,000 leads. For example, it's just over 1,000 leads, because the opt-in page converted at 50%. So 1,000 leads plus I made over about $2,300 so far. If I check, right?
Okay.
Do you know what? This might be. No, never mind. Yeah, carry on. I was gonna say I was gonna log into this. I was gonna log in. Should I do that? Should I log in?
Yeah, go ahead, Johnny. If you want to log in and just show us some proof, social proof. Basically, you need to click the there's a share screen button to the right on the drop-down menu. It's two icons down from the invite and the chat menu. It says share screen on there. Yeah, just click that and then choose desktop. You might want to, I don't know if it shows some sensitive information as you log in, but you might want to show maybe a web page and then log in. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, this is crazy, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the results that I got from this. from this. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen really well. Yeah, I can see it.
All right. So basically, this is a new account. I created this account just
Okay.
for this test. That's why obviously look as you can see, all these dates here there's zero money, right? But if you look
Right,
here,
yeah.
the first day, because the traffic started like at night, so it was
Okay.
$245, and then the next day it went up to, which is today's, 1,915, which is
Nice.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Now let me show you the total. Let me show you the date. So basically, oops, sorry, it's on the CPA, and this is a CPA offer. So you basically get paid like 100% of the money, and you get no refunds as well.
Right. Okay.
All right. So basically, look. So far to that offer, because the solo ad got 2,000 clicks, but I sent that traffic to an opt-in page. So
Okay. Yes. So you can capture the traffic, basically. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, like 1,200 of those people that went to my opt-in page opted in and got directed to the offer I was promoting. So as you can see, it says 1,232 clicks, and look, there's $2,160 in profit, which is crazy. So
Yeah.
and the solo ad cost me $1,300.
So minus the expenses, yeah, you're in profit. You've made profit like that in the space of a couple of hours between the time you ordered the traffic.
Man, yeah, exactly. It's literally been about 24 hours since the solo ad went out. So
Right.
you,
Really
so
cool. Really cool, Johnny.
So let me try and get back to this
Yeah.
thing. Hold on. How do I go back to the thing?
You
now?
basically click the same button that you clicked for the screen share, and it sends you. It'll show. Yeah, there you go. You're back on. You're back on. No problem.
Oh yeah, cool.
See you now. Yeah. So could you give us some tips on where you were? Like, did you just look through any special forum for solo ad sellers, or did you have a bunch of them on Skype?
Yeah, no. Basically, this kind of solo ad is not like one of those ones from the Warrior Forum or place like that. It's basically like this is I know. There's someone who I know who's a solo ad broker.
Okay.
And basically he brokers solo ads for other marketers who basically sell the traffic.
Okay. That's cool.
So it's not something that you could find publicly. This is because it's through someone I know. But obviously, but if you, for example, wanted to get a solo ad, then I could hook you up as well. I would just introduce you to the person. So
okay.
yeah. So
well, if I was just looking around, I'd obviously have to qualify the solo ad seller that I'm buying from. So maybe just spend, buy 100 clicker just to test it out. So that'll be the first test, and then obviously depending on what happens, I could also go larger. So that'll be the best advice to give. Then you'd say for someone just starting out.
Well, before I answer that, I was just going to say, and this goes back to the importance of going to events and stuff, because this person I met at an event, who I know, but I met this person about 3 to 4 years ago, so we've been like friends and stuff online, but I met him, I think I initially met him at an event, and we've kept in touch. So anyway, but yeah, what you would do is, we're going off subject because the question was, what was the question? We'll get back to that in a minute anyway, because this is good content. Basically, my tip, if you were to buy traffic and stuff, like you would need to qualify that. So I qualified this too. I asked that person, I said, has this person promoted this product to his list before? Is it good quality traffic? Please make sure it's not junk traffic. So what you would want to do is you want to make sure that you would want to do a test, but 100 clicks is a bit too low, because sometimes you can send 100 clicks and make no sales. And this is another tip. And this is another thing that would stop a beginner, is that they would aim too low, where they would try and get 100 clicks and make no sales, and then they'd give up. Like I just sent 100 clicks on my list to a product I was promoting just today, and I haven't made any sales yet but anyway, I know that 100 clicks is nothing. You need to get like a few hundred. I would say at least like 300 clicks before
Okay.
you want to see results.
Okay.
And I mean, and if you look at the big time stuff, really, I mean, even that's not a lot, you know. But obviously, if, for someone getting started, that might be a lot, and obviously it might
Yeah.
cost a lot more. Obviously, it might cost, let's say, $150, you know, 50 cents per click. Is
Yeah.
that 50 cents?
Yeah. It's roughly about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
100 clicks is
even
about
that,
$40. Yeah.
yeah, even that's a lot of money for a lot of money. 150 is someone getting started. So you know, maybe try and save a bit of money and get like a 300 clicks solo ad to start with, and then test. And when you do that, yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. Going back to the question we're talking about, you know,
Yeah.
what makes people break through and which doesn't is that are you willing to try something and fail? You know, are you willing to
Okay.
spend $150 and get 300 clicks and make 0 sales? But what you're doing there is you're gathering data because you need to be tracking your opt-in page. You need to track your conversions. So you're getting data. So I've got, I mean, I ran a split test on this opt-in page before I sent it out. So I actually sent like 300 clicks to 3 different opt-in pages first, and then the one that got the highest percent of opt-in,
Yeah.
I then switched it to that opt-in page. So the first
Right.
300 clicks that I got from that solo ad, it was going to 3 different pages. I ran a split test, and one page converted at 33%, the other at 40, and then the winner converted at 62%. So I
Oh
just
wow.
used that. So that's why I was able to get. So you know, you need to be doing tests. You need to test your marketing. It's not, you know, I am simple. It's all about traffic, testing, and conversions, and
Okay.
just keep it rolling and
Keep
just
it
scaling.
rolling. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
All
going
right.
back to the question, the thing that stops people from getting places is basically, you know, the person that's willing to try something and not care if they don't see results. That's and keep going. That's the one that's gonna make it in the end.
Oh, cool. Cool. So what would you say, as someone that's done millions online, right? What would you say the largest, your you know, most successful model is for your business? So what do you know that you got to spend a lot more, you got to focus a lot more on than other things because that brings in the most revenue into your business?
All right. Well, if you look at it really, it's all about 2 things, which is like I always say this, but it's all about traffic and conversions. Okay. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what niche you're in, what you're promoting. At the end of the day, you need these 2 things. You need traffic, and you need to convert that traffic into money. Okay. So if we look at my like 70% of my business, what I do is nowadays is I launch products and sell informational products. You know, the digital publishing business, right? So basically, you know, what it comes down to is creating a product, creating a sales funnel that converts, and then getting traffic to that sales funnel, which I do usually with JV partners or buying traffic,
Okay.
media buys, you know, PPC, whatever, this
Yeah.
and that. So it's just about mastering traffic generation and mastering conversions, and also, yeah, and building a list as well. You need to, and you know, build a list and build a relationship with that list and
Okay.
become an authority in your marketplace. Become an
Okay.
authority in your marketplace that people look up to and want to learn from and want to buy from.
Okay.
Um,
Talking
you know,
about talking about authority, right? Yeah. This question actually entails that a little bit, and it goes back to what you said earlier. You know, in regards to what the way you look at it, and you know, within just creating the products, you know, what tracking your conversion and getting the traffic and then tracking your conversion, right? But someone put this question to me because I spoke to a few people and I mentioned that, you know, I'm going to be interviewing you today. And the number one question that came out across the field, and I posted this in many Facebook groups, was ask this person, right, what would they do if they lost their JV connections, right, their list, just the entire business, and had to start from scratch tomorrow, what would be the number one action they'll take to generate cash on demand? What would that be, Johnny?
All right. So firstly, does this,
Obviously, yeah. Sorry. Considering that you do know the information that you've already acquired up to this point, so you know everything about the business, right? But you've lost everything in regards. But you need to generate money on demand. What would your actions be from that point?
all right. So I'll answer it in two ways. Firstly, if I had money to spend, right? So even if I had like only $100, what I would do is I would use $100 to like buy a solo ad, right? That gets a few hundred clicks, and basically drive all that traffic to a squeeze page and get a small list, right?
Okay.
Let's say it only gets me 50 opt-ins, right?
Okay.
So then what I would do is with that 50 opt-ins, I would then start doing ad swaps with other people that have only a small list, 50 to 100 opt-ins. And then what's going to happen? My list is going to start growing and growing and growing, right? Then I get 200 leads, and then I do an ad swap with someone that's got 200 leads, and then I'll get 300. Then I'll do an ad swap with someone that's got 300. Do you get it? And then we'll keep going up. We'll keep going up, and then I'll have 1,000 leads, and then maybe after a few weeks, but whatever. And then basically, I'll do that for like let's say a week or two. I know you're saying generate cash on demand, but let me just think.
Okay.
So anyway, so I'll do it for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then basically when that person promotes my offer in the ad swap, it will go to an opt-in page, and after the opt-in page, it will go to an affiliate product or my own product.
Okay. All right.
And basically, while I'm doing these ad swaps, it'll be generating income at the same time while building a list, and then I'll start emailing the list promos, which would preferably be, here's a tip, CPA offers, like offers where you get paid for generating an email submit, right? So you can get paid $2 for generating an email on an opt-in page if you sign up with an affiliate CPA network. So I promote, I do ad swaps. So let me start again. I would use $50 or $100 to buy a small solo ad, send maybe 100 clicks. So it might cost $50 for 100 clicks, for example, or $50 for whatever. So I'd send 100 clicks to an opt-in page that converts to 50%, so I'd get 50 leads. I'd then do ad swaps with other people that only have 50 leads, and then it will snowball from there. And as I'm doing ad swaps, it will be promoting my product or my affiliate offer at the same time after they opt in, which would be a CPA offer, which stands for cost per action, which I would get paid for generating an email lead, or something like that. And then, so that's basically it. That's if I had $50. If I didn't have $50 and I didn't have any connections, it would have to be like organic stuff. I'd have to like I don't know, start posting in forums, contributing to forums, and then building the initial seed list. But how would I do that? I would have my signature file underneath my post, right? You know when you do a post in a forum, you have a little bio at the bottom. In a bio would have a link to my opt-in page again, and then I'd basically post in forums, contributing valuable content, right? You don't post in forums to spam and promote shit. You want to post in there to give value, right? And then basically after a few days, so every day I'd try and post like 5 to 10 posts in about 5 separate forums. So that's like 50 posts in a forum, right? So after 3 days, you've got like 150 posts. So you have eyeballs looking at your bio, right? Everyone's going to be reading your posts that you're contributing. And then you've got your little bio at the bottom. They click on that, and then you'll start building a list. And then when you get to like 50 leads, then you do what I just said just now. You start doing ad swaps with people and building a list higher from and the same thing. So that's what I would probably do. With what I know, that's what I probably do. Or you could do some. There's other strategies. There's other strategies. I released a product about this. It's called Affiliate Cash Clone. And
Okay.
basically, what you can also do is to generate quick cash on demand for free is you could ride a hot news trend, right? So let's say there's a you looking at you go to trends.google.com, I think, or just type in Google
Okay.
Trends, right? And then you find out
Right.
what's a hot trend right now on the news. Maybe it might be, let's say for example, it will be about Justin Bieber. Is something a news story. So what you do is then you read, this is something that's hot right now. So then what you would do is you find a CPA offer that has something to do with that news story, right? So similar, that targets a similar market. And then what you do is you write a press release, which is free to do. You write a press release and a blog post, and then you could get that ranked on Google in like minutes, literally, with a press release, right?
Yeah.
And you obviously want to do a lot. You want to SEO, make sure you've got the keywords and stuff like that. And then basically, all the people looking for the news story, your article or your press release is going to appear on Google. And then when they come to it, they're gonna read your article, and you can just swipe an article from another site and put it on your blog or on your press release. And then at the bottom, you have a link to your CPA offer. So if people are reading about Justin Bieber, these people might be interested in a CPA offer, whatever. You can get, there are CPA offers that give away free iPads and you get paid $2 for that person entering the email, right? So that basically appeals to everyone.
Yeah.
That's another method you could use for free without any money. Basically riding a hot trend. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's why I taught in affiliate cash flow.
Okay. All right. So I'm just moving on. As someone who runs their own internet business, right, Johnny? Yeah. What are the 3, maybe, or even 2, top tasks in your business that you outsource? You get someone else to do because maybe time constraints, or something more technical, like your websites or whatnot.
Yeah. Basically, I have a guy who works on my stuff on a freelance basis, where basically, so it's my all the technical stuff to do with my websites and stuff, right? Because I learned how to do this early on because I had no choice, right? And
Yeah.
People getting started, they learn this themselves, right? So I didn't have a choice. I learned about HTML, how to create websites and all this kind of stuff. But now I have someone who does this for me because they're an expert at it, and I don't want to waste my time when I could be focusing on what I'm good at, because I'm not good. I'm okay with it, but it takes me like an hour to do something that would probably take like 10 minutes, So
Okay.
the first thing is technical stuff,
Right.
which is having a webmaster. The second is customer support. So I used to, sometimes do reply to my own customer support, but when you have like 6,000-7,000 customers, when you do
that could be a lot of work. Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah, I done it in February. In February I released a product called Easy Insta Income, which is about how to make money with Instagram, right? And for the first few days, I didn't have a support person, so I was literally spending 3-4 hours every night replying to emails, and it got really time consuming, and it's like you feel like you're stuck. You got no life. So anyway, it's good because you get to learn about your customers and what they want. But I then basically hired someone to do my customer support. I gave them email templates to what they need to say. And then the final thing, did you say 3 or 2?
I said 3 or 2. I just said 2 just in case you didn't have 3.
Well, yeah, the final thing would be, content, right? Like, it depends what your business model is, but for me, it would be content creation. I do a lot of my own content in my products.
Okay.
But sometimes I have someone else create the product. Not a product, create different videos. I'll give them the content and they create the videos for me. Okay, they create
the videos for you. Okay. Yeah.
And also, and speaking of that, also another thing I outsource is sales videos. Not the copy. I write the sales copy myself for all my products. Every single one I wrote myself. But I used to make the keynote presentation myself and this and stuff like that. But now I have someone that does these nice fancy videos for me. So if you go to if you go to, let's say, easy, like my Instagram product, right?
Yeah,
Um, you'll see
I've
like
seen that video. Yeah,
yeah, sales video, and if
that's
you
a really cool
last one,
video. Yeah, even the last one with Gavin, that was a
yeah,
really really cool video, interactive video there, isn't it?
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it costs like videos like that cost like probably $2,000 to $3,000 to actually
Yeah.
make, So,
Oh.
um, but it all it's because of the length. Like usually they cost like let's say $150 per minute. So it
Oh,
all
okay.
depends. It depends who you have. Like now, I have my own team who does it for me. Anyway, so
All right.
those are the top three. And actually, there's another thing I outsource is
Okay.
graphics for my website. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
um,
So, yeah.
most people will outsource that anyway because it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, pretty much. And even if you could do it, you wouldn't want to spend, hours on end trying to, create
Yeah.
the graphics yourself. It doesn't. It's not practical, really. If you, as a marketer, would you say, in your opinion, that as a marketer you should focus mostly on the business side of things and let all the other stuff, let other people do that?
Yeah, exactly. You want to focus on money-making activities. So always ask yourself, is this going to make me money by what I'm doing? It ultimately will, but can someone else do this better than I am?
Yeah.
You want to focus on what you're good at in your business, and that's like the main. What's the main thing? Is it JVs? Is it your sales copy? You want to find out what is it in your business that you are good at. You want to be involved in it, and you want to focus on that.
Okay. Uh, Johnny, I heard from the grapevine, and obviously, you've mentioned already 4 different products. That you've got something coming real soon to us. Could you elaborate a little bit further on what that is and what it's all about?
Yeah, sure. So basically, in a few days, I'm going to be re-releasing a product which I released last month, but I'm re-releasing it because it didn't. Last month we released it, but we didn't really do a big launch. So it's called Celebrity Income Snatcher, and it's basically about how to get celebrities to promote your product for you and get you and tons of free traffic, but from celebrities, right?
Okay, right.
It's something that no one's ever taught before, and
All
it's
right.
basically a loophole that we've
Okay.
found that basically you can get a celebrity to promote any product you want for you and get you tons and tons of free traffic from leveraging celebrities. And basically, like for example, we did a test, and how much did it bring in? I forgot. I think it was about $2,000 in a 24-hour period by
Okay.
using a celebrity to promote an affiliate product for us, which was absolutely
Could
crazy.
could you elaborate a bit more on how that came to be? As in, like, so just process wise, how did you get in contact with a celebrity, and then, or did you
Yeah.
just did you surf off their traffic on their website, or?
Okay. So basically, there's a secret vault that
Okay.
you can go to that you can basically choose any celebrity you want to promote your product for you using a certain medium.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm not going to reveal too much here because
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
But yeah,
Yeah.
and basically you don't have to speak to anyone or nothing. Speak to whatever. It's there. You can just go there, choose what celebrity you want to promote. You want to promote your product for you. Then that's it. Literally, it takes like 5 minutes to do, and you can start getting traffic like really, really fast. So usually the same day.
Okay.
So you can promote you can promote a ClickBank product, whatever you want using a
CPA
celebrity.
product. Okay.
Yeah, CPA. Yeah, CPA is the best thing. Is one of the best things to promote
Okay.
using this method, and that's what we teach inside Celebrity Income Snatcher with Gavin Stevenson, it was actually Gavin who found out about this method actually, and then
Okay.
he showed me, and then I tested out some stuff, and we both made some money with it together, and
Okay.
then we decided to create this course that shows people how to do it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day exactly is that launching then, Johnny?
11th of July, Thursday. This Thursday, 11th of July.
Yeah. What time roughly we're saying? Do you know?
I'm not
Have
sure
you set
yet.
a time yet? You haven't set a time yet. Oh, okay.
No, actually,
All right.
probably about 9 a.m.
9 a.m. All right. Is that
Well,
Eastern time?
Yeah,
Pacific?
yeah,
Okay.
Sorry, I'm being Eastern Standard Time. Yeah,
All
EST,
right.
9 EST.
All right. For those who are watching this recording, this interview, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna have a link available below this video. If this is on my blog or wherever you're seeing this video, I'm gonna make sure that the link's available below this video next week on Thursday when this product launches. But
Well,
to wrap things up, sorry.
if they're watching this after Thursday, the link's probably going to be there right now.
Yeah.
Click the link right now.
Yeah. Thanks for adding that one, Johnny. To wrap things up, I just want to say thanks a lot, Johnny, for spending some time with us and imparting your knowledge. For all the experience you've learned and how you got started. We really appreciate it. We know it's really late there where you are. Where are you in the world? Because you're always all over the place. Sometimes I see your Facebook updates. You're in New York and then you're in Vegas. Where are you at the moment?
Singapore, at
Oh,
my
okay.
place in Singapore, as you can see.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nighttime now, so
What time is it there, by the way?
it's 2:30 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, wow. So we really appreciate you spending this time. You're probably going to hit the sheets now and get some sleep. So thanks a lot, Johnny, for this interview. Whenever you hit back to the UK, it'll be nice to catch up with you sometime, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually going back soon in maybe this week. I'm not too sure yet. I might go back because I heard the weather's really nice. So I want to go
Yeah,
back.
it is nice. Hey, it is nice. It's 26 degrees today.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Well, I'm guessing that's not compared to Singapore weather. I'm guessing that's nothing.
yeah. I mean, here it's every day. It's like really, really humid and hot. But it's nice to summer in England's really nice. That's why I like going there. It's a different atmosphere.
It certainly is. It certainly is, especially in London, the hometown, our
Yeah.
hometown, shall I say? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
all right then,
exactly.
Johnny. Thanks a lot for this interview, bro. We'll catch up soon and talk. I'll be talking to you soon. Yeah.
All right, no
All
problem.
right. Take care. Take care.
Peace.
Peace.